আমি যখন Islamic art করি, I think of it from a very sacred angle. It has to be aligned with my faith because that is how I see Islamic art functioning. So যখন ওনাদেরকে দেখলাম, I saw a different kind of devotion এবং a different kind of knowledge. ওনাদের knowledge কিন্তু conventional না। আমাদের যেরকম book based স্কুলে গিয়েছি, ওনাদের education comes from memory and অঙ্ক, maths and কবিতা, because ওনারা বুলি বলে calculate করে তারপরে they create this beautiful Jamdani. So that was one thing, and the other thing was just to see them in action. It's almost like there's a devotion এবং they transcend to a different world. ওনাদের কিন্তু they're totally dedicated to their craft. They start with Bismillah, they say their poetry, they set their intention actually, and that's how they begin their day. And they work completely the whole day. So আমার কাছে that immersion in the craft and combining that with this mindset, এটা খুব pure একটা জিনিস দেখলাম. When I do exhibitions, আমি ওইভাবে চিন্তা করি না যে art collected হবে বা এটা না একটা ongoing conversation actually, especially আজকেরটা। এটা যেহেতু আমার 1 মাসের রেসিডেন্সি ছিল, সেটার sort of findings কিন্তু আমরা প্রেজেন্ট করছি। এইটার পর থেকে the conversation is ongoing. অনেকেই interest express করেছে towards the motifs I've done because there's a story behind it. So I think the story is important and the message is important in this exhibition. এবং the collection and the collaborations will come after. But if you do something for the sake of doing that, then the accolades come. You don't have to worry about that. You have to fall in love with what you do and you have to do it well. So I think this was very much like that. So it was, Jamdani is such a close thing to my heart. আমি যখন master's করলাম, তখনও my thesis was in Jamdani. And that's kind of why my interest started and I got connected with this group. But in terms of the exhibition, it's been executed so brilliantly, curated. Hats off to the organizers. And I think there's a kind of trust that's developed over time. We all came together very quickly. We didn't know each other before, but it's a very special project, this Dhārā residency. I think it's very successful. And we've had some really real experts in Jamdani come and visit. And they've also been very responsive and positive about it. So I think, it's all good. Our background was around 15 years. That's when I graduated. I was office girl. I used to work in banks and, I was about to be trained as a banker. And that's when I thought, okay, I can't continue this. Suddenly I thought, I can't do this for the next 10, 20 years. And I made a really radical decision to choose a path that actually really, I would think, was so nourishing. And I thought, I was always fascinated with the spiritual side of Islam, and I wanted to combine that with art. And so I started looking, je kothay train korte pari, ki korte hobe to do Islamic art. So then I retrained. I went to the King's Foundation of School of Traditional Arts. It's a UK-based actor. তখন উনি প্রিন্স চার্লস ছিলেন, ওনার এস্টাবলিশ একটা ইনস্টিটিউশন যেখানে ওনারা মাস্টার্স করেন এবং ওনাদের ফিলসফি হচ্ছে যে ক্রিয়েটিভিটি অ্যান্ড আর্টিস্ট্রি ইজ ইনটিউইটিভ, এটা সবার মধ্যে আছে. Anybody can be and should be an artist in a way. So ওখানে আমি ট্রেনিংয়ে I did my foundation and my masters, and I have a ceiling, a Moroccan ceiling, that was my sort of graduation piece. এবং that created quite a lot of positive responses. এবং ওখান থেকে I started working. So I worked for the foundation after I graduated. They invited me to work. After that, I came to Bangladesh and I established my studio for about 4 years. And I really see that my studio flourished here. তারপর থেকে I started getting a lot of international engagements and consultancies. And I think two of the things that are really things that I feel particularly grateful for is I've been fortunate enough to work on the Prophet's Mosque in Medina. I was invited to produce designs, and that became part of the first ever Hijra exhibition in Saudi Arabia. So my designs are there. And Dhārā, I was very fortunate enough to be invited to design a carpet for King Charles when he was having his coronation. That's still being made, but my design work is done. And possibly I'm the first Bangladeshi to have done that. So that makes me feel very kind of, something that I should talk about so that it inspires other young Bangladeshis. So those are the two pinnacles of my career. But I think, আমি যেটা মনে করি, I had the two best patrons, one in this world, and actually the other one is more of a spiritual patron, which is our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So yeah, that's kind of my bio to date. And of course now I have this.